Good morning. Hope you guys are blessed, doing well. Let's look at the news. We have some very important news that has come out of Iraq in the last few days. The Council of Ministers, COM, approved the draft economic reform law and issue a number of decisions. So this is the original economic reform plan. It was drafted back around October of 2020. It was never approved by Parliament to be a legal binding law. What they recently did, though, was Council of Ministers, COM, made amendments to it, and they made amendments to other laws. These are all of these laws are critical, waiting on the rate to change in order for Parliament to actually approve them. So, because these laws are waiting for the rate to change, Council of Ministers has draft amended them, making them ready for approval by Parliament after the rate changes. So right here, Council of Ministers approves the draft economic reform law. I'm trying to position the article so you guys could pause it and read it if you want. You could pause the video here. And then kind of pause it right here from that number 2 at the top, and you can read it if you would like. The government announces the completion of a draft law to the federal court bill. Here's another one of the laws. Again, this law has been outstanding since 2005, and they just made amendments to it so that Parliament can approve it when the rate changes. There's another key law right there. This is the same one as the first. The Council of Ministers approves the draft economic reform law, but they said they also included the implementation of the Baghdad Metro. Okay? So again, all of these laws that are starting to get amended by Council of Ministers will need to be approved by Parliament after the rate changes. If you'd like to read this article, you could pause the video here and read it. And then you could pause it right here and read it as well. And finish reading it. So here's another for you. Dollar prices are heading to rise again at the beginning of 2024 with the influx of black money orders. With this one, yesterday you learned that Iraq might do kind of a secondary rate change step. Okay, changing the rate down to 1,000 to 1. Why would they do that? Well, look right here. Look at the highlight. Economic expert expected the dollar exchange rates would rise again at the beginning of 2024 to finance foreign trade on the black markets. The reason why they would need to change it to 1,000 to 1, if they're going to, again, we don't know, but it would be to kind of stabilize and control and balance out the black markets. That's why. Right here in print. Just wanted to show that to you. We support the movement to transfer Kurdistan salaries to the central bank. Again, all of these financial and oil differences between Kurdistan and Baghdad will be resolved when they amend. They still need to amend, like the oil and gas law, along with Article 140, some other laws from 2005. Once they're amended and approved by Parliament after the rate changes, again, most likely around the 24 budget period, okay, which starts April 1st. The oil Parliament gives advice to Kurdistan to improve its relationship with Baghdad. Again, this is another one that talks about money and oil differences, and it straight up tells you it must submit the oil and gas law. That's what I was telling you. Approving these differences or resolving these differences contingent upon amending and approving and implementing the oil and gas law. Work is underway to diversify foreign currencies in Iraq's trade in the world. One thing I want to stress to you guys is shortly around the time Iraq revalues their currency, the U.S. economy will be heading into a horrible recession via the actions of the BRICS nations, which is this article right here. I want you to see something, okay? A lot of these countries mentioned in here that Iraq will be doing trade with, many of them are BRICS nations. When Iraq revalues, Iraq will join the BRICS. Iraq will exit the use of the dollar 100%. Okay, for trade and so forth, for international use, they'll be exiting the dollar, and they will be joining the BRICS. And that's going to drastically impact the dollar and the U.S. economy because of what they're going to do to us. They're not doing one thing. The BRICS have many different steps planned that will drastically impact our economy. So one thing that's going to be important after the rate does change, it's going to be very important for you to invest and preserve your wealth so it lasts a long time, even during difficult times. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys are the best. Take care and have an amazing day.